And hello, welcome back to Crosscut Dwarf Fortress tutorial with me, the Blackworth. So, we have had issues with recording this session. I don't know, it was laggy as fuck for a few seconds, but now we've got it fixed. So, last time we talked a bit about rooms, how to designate rooms, and how to make rooms happen. So, you see over here, I talked a bit about how to make a bedroom and a dormitory, actually. You can also turn this into a barracks, but I'll talk about military terms later. Right now, the most important thing is to go to your little dining room on a table by hitting Q, and then hit R, and then expand the dining room till it covers the room, and then hit enter. And then you want to make it a meeting hall, because a meeting hall is where all the dwarves will gather if they're not doing anything, which is really useful, because you want to see who's not working and who can do more jobs. Also, if you haven't noticed, the miners aren't doing anything as well. So what I've decided to do is I went 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Alright, so here we're gonna dig down one more level, DI for mining up and down staircases. And then I'm gonna build some exploratory mining shafts. Just practically going in all 4 directions, and hopefully we'll find something interesting. You can do this straight down the shaft that you are digging in, or you can build a side shaft to do that in. It depends how you want to operate your fort. I usually like to build a separate shaft for exploratory mining. It kind of, how do I say, saves the chances of enemies running right into the middle of your populace. So actually what you can do if you want to do that and you want to like scrap this, you hit X, cancel all of this. I'm gonna cancel this just in case. And you're like, okay, I want to reach this level so they could exploratory mine. So let's see, where would be a low traffic area? So if we dig further in this direction, this would be a low traffic area, like this corner here. Let's say this is going to be the limits of our fort. So J, dig downward staircase. I, up down staircase. Again, using the designation function, and there you go. You are now inside the confines of your parameters. And now you have them like this, and all your miners are going to start doing their shit by hitting space. So all the keys you should remember, and anyways, if you're ever lost, you can go back into the video, or you can go down here and look at the different keys. Now, let me remember what I wanted to do. I wanted to talk about food production, food and drink production, a bit more in detail. First thing you're going to want to do, most likely, is you're going to need farmland in order to acquire more natural resources to be able to, like, for example, replant berries and make a constant supply. There's 2 types of farms, above ground and below ground. Above ground farms go like here. As long as there's, if you hit K and you look at the bottom here, it says outside, light, above ground. This means the plants will be above ground. And if you go down here by hitting K, inside, dark, subterranean. This means plants will be subterranean. First thing I'm going to do is I'm going to dig a shaft from the staircase. I'm going to build it 3 wide. I'm going to go up. And then I'm going to go like this. Like this. And create a nice little farming room. Hit space and your miners should get to work eventually. And as you can see, I keep getting a message of a guy needing a bucket. And this guy has been in bed for a while. I wanted to... let me check his wounds. He's hungry, he's thirsty. Oh, okay. This is why he's in the shit. It's because he is wounded. How do you see if somebody is wounded? Is usually he will take a bed and he'll just sleep there. You can hit V. V is a show of the current dwarf. So you hit V, and then you go to the dwarf you want to see. This one is Bradley. Then you hit W for wounds. And you go down the list. And here is his wounds. His lungs are hurting. So he needs water ASAP. And you gotta pay attention because dwarves need things like dwarves that are like hurt consume water only. They don't consume booze. They need water in order to operate. So what you need to do is you need to go over here to the carpenter. You need to make buckets. Let's find where the buckets are. There you go, wooden bucket, which is E. And then you can build like a real big bunch of them. I don't want an armor stand, I want a bucket. There you go. So now they're gonna build a bucket, but they still need a water source. As you know, that's why we started next to a river, is there's gonna be an practically unlimited supply of water here. To assign this area as an area of interest, what you can do is you can hit I. I makes zones of interest. Again, you can hit enter, draw a box, and hit enter. Now, as you can see, it's called an activity zone when you hover over it, and you see these little bars here. You will only see these bars in the activity zone. Now it tells you water source, fishing, garbage dump, pen pasture, pit, ponds, sand, clay, meeting area, hospital, and animal training. What we need now is water, so you're going to hit W and water's going to get highlighted. This means that dwarves that need water will come down here, scoop up a bucket of water, and go to the person they need to feed, and they're going to feed it. What else is there? There's fishing. Why not fish in a river? Garbage dump. We don't want to make a garbage dump here. Pen and pasture, pit and pond. All the rest you don't need to worry about right away. I'll go into them in time. Meeting area, you know, is without creating a dining room, you could still make a meeting area by using this designation. Alright, so now that that is done, and the buckets are being built, the character that's sleeping should be fed. So now we're just gonna hit the spacebar and let things happen for a few minutes. Most likely he got that by mining some dangerous stone, such as coal. If you mine coal without any protection, you might get what he's getting. If he doesn't get any medical treatment, which he should be getting right about now. There you go. He's fine now. There you go. Now he's back up to normal. Perfect. Alright, so now let's continue with what I was supposed to be doing, which was the food industry. So once these guys clean up the area, I'll proceed with the food industry. And there you go. Food comes from many places. You can forage for it, like I'm doing, by hitting D and P, and then going to the level you want to harvest your plants at, and draw a big box. There you go, all the plants will be harvested by your herbalists. Also, you can build farms. How to build farms? You hit B, and then you hit P for a plot, a farm plot. Now, I'll start with the underground farms and go to the above ground farms in a minute. So, underground farms, just draw a big box like this, using U and K to expand it, M and H and K to contract it. Hit enter. There you go. Now that plot will be designated to be transformed into farmland. Outdoor farms work on the same principle. P for plot, UK, 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 until you find a nice plot. You'll never get this exactly right outside, okay? He won't be a complete plot like this. It will have holes in them because not all terrain is good. So just place it like, I'm gonna place it right on top. On second thought. Yeah, sometimes placing stuff is a little difficult. So please give me a minute. Right over here. There you go. So now they will be built as soon as the farmer slash herbalist is done, which is there. It's gonna make that, and then it'll stop flashing, and then it'll be a farm plot. And he's almost done. Once he leaves, he will be done. Once he leaves, he will be done. Construction nearly done. There you go, he's done. So hit Q on the farm. Now, you can see there's plenty of things you can build in a farm. Well, plant. So, one very important thing is you gotta know what type of seeds you have available. So hit Z. Z shows more or less what's available in your fort. Shows you how much food you've got, how much drink you've got. Shows you your people. What I want you to do now is go to kitchen by hitting the right key and hitting enter. In a kitchen, it will give you a general outline of what you've got. Question mark means it's about so much. And the larger the number, the less precise it is. You'll need a noble to take care and bring this to precision. Anyhow, you see we have 1 strawberry seed, 2 pickleberry seeds, a bunch of plum helmet spawns. So we know what type of plant we have available right now. So hit Q on the underground farm if you have one. Go down to plum helmets in spring, hit enter. Now, don't forget, everything is seasonal. So you have to plant a crop every season. So spring will be plum helmets, autumn will be plum helmets, plum helmets, plum helmets. Don't forget, you don't use the arrow keys, you use the plus and minus keys on the number pad. Now, the above ground farm. Again, you have to look at what seeds you have available. What do we have available? Currently, we only got pickleberry seeds. Might as well. Don't forget that in the Masterworks mod, plants take only 1 season to grow. Underground plants take an entire season to grow. So it's very important to manage your time correctly. So here, what I'm going to do in the spring, you will plant pickleberries. Pickleberries. There. And during the fall, you're going to plant strawberries. There you go. If you go to like the autumn and you plant something in the winter, it won't grow. It will die. So very important to keep in touch. Now that everything is done, hopefully I'm just gonna undesignate by hitting D and X, so my farmers will start farming. So I'm just undesignating the entire area here. Alright, cool. So now my guys are gonna go grab a snack or something, and then they'll do something else. There you go. They're gonna go, and there you go. They're starting to plant the seeds of our endless food industry. Now, one important thing that we're gonna need to do is we're gonna need to increase the efficiency of this endeavor. How do you increase efficiency? Well, you decrease the travel time between the workshop and the farm. How do you do this? Basically, you have to create stockpiles. Stockpiles are a little complicated, but I am going to try to break it down for you as much as possible. So over here is our dining room, where all the animals are chilling. Scrap that. I am going to quickly show you how to get rid of animals that are in your thing, because if not, they're gonna die of starvation. Hit I, as we did here, to get the water, and find a nice grassland, flat area, more or less. Draw a big square, and make it a pen/pasture by hitting N, and then Shift N to choose the animals that you have. I want you to select every single animal you've got, and then they will be dragged into the pen and pasture. So they have to graze, if not they're gonna die. So that's what I'm trying to do here. And then your guys are just gonna grab the animals and drag them out and do their thing. So now let's go back to stockpiles. I'm gonna show you how to increase the efficiency. First thing, you're gonna hit P for stockpiles. It's right over here. P. Now, there's a lot of stockpiles of different sorts and whatnot, but the most important thing right now is the food. So hit F for food. You're gonna draw a little plot next to your farmlands, like in between or close enough, so something like this. Pretty small, don't need to be big. Next, you're gonna find your dining hall, and either by building a room next to it or building it within the room, you're gonna build 2 small stockpiles as well. These are gonna be very temporary. Now you're gonna hit escape, and you're gonna hit Q. The 2 stockpiles you just built in the dining room or next to it, you're gonna hit settings by hitting Q and S. And then what one stockpile is gonna be denied. Whoops, I don't want to enable. You're gonna go over here and deny by hitting forbid F, the drinks and the seeds. This means that you'll get an accurate, well, an estimate of how much food you've got, physical food. In the next province, no, province, wow. In the next area, you'll hit settings, you'll go over here, you'll block everything by hitting B, and you'll permit only drinks by hitting permit. Now, this is very important in order to allow food to be separated, so you know generally, without going through a bunch of screens and guesstimating, how much food you've got. So, now that all the dwarves are working, we need to wait for a migrant wave in order to increase the things. Oh, damn it. Oh no, Silvernote has transformed into a dwarf staring at shifting ore. This is very bad. I might just die here. This is very dangerous because you are, it might mean that like Metal Wraith or some other mystical creature is gonna come and destroy the fort. So what I did is I just cut off as much stuff as possible and hope that Silvernote's alright now. He's just staring at ore right now. And that is very bad. This is why I was hesitating for a second before I started just saying fuck it and I'll go mining. Let me finish my stockpiles before the fortress ends. So hit Q on stockpile. As for settings, block everything by hitting B and allow seeds permit. That means only seeds will be stored in this little slot. Perfect. So now you can just leave the time run and hopefully Silvernote will be alright. And he transformed it back into a Resto Dwarf. Now we just pray that everything's gonna be okay. He has some bones here. Oh, shit. Yeah, this is what I was fearing. Metal Wraith. Metal Wraiths are a type of creature that live underground. When you dig them up, that's what happens. They spawn, and they are extremely hard to kill. And my dwarf fortress might just end here. Yeah, as you can see, there's fighting, and there you go, he's dead. And here you go. Now he's gonna go after the dwarves, and the fun begins because your dwarves are gonna all get slaughtered. You can try to fight him, but unfortunately I don't have any weapons set up yet, and I dug too deep. That's my bad. So this might be the end of this tutorial fortress so far. And I might do a big recap on the other one by doing everything extremely fast just to see if you guys remember anything. So we covered a bit of farms, we covered a bit of stockpiles. That will at least let you know what to do with food. We've talked about water, how to get access to fresh water. And hopefully that's it. And I'll show you how hilarious it is in the next episode for your dwarves to die. So, yep. This has been the Blackbird. See you guys soon.